So these are going to be the 12 ways to make money with Claude AI in 2026. And these are literally going to be the only 12 ways. So whether you want to use this to be more productive at work or start a side hustle or start a business or any number of different types of businesses, one or more of these 12 ways is going to be the way that you're going to make more money. And I'm about to hand you the actual map, not another random list of hustles. And I'm going to give you exact examples of people using these different ways to make money with Claude AI. And the reason I know this is, one, I was an early adopter of AI. I was one of the first ones to actually make videos of it on YouTube. Plus, I was one of the first people to say that Claude AI was really good before anyone else caught on. So I've been using it for years now, and people in my community and my network have also been using it. And so I've seen hundreds of different cases of people actually making money with it. And spoiler alert, most of them are not doing it in the way that the gurus are telling you to do it, right? So I'm gonna tell you about all the different ways of making money with Claude AI. Then I'm gonna give you examples, and you're gonna have a really good idea of whether you should do that thing or not. So if you appreciate me making these types of videos, let me know by gently cheersing that like button, and let's jump in right now. Probably the most common way that people are making money with Claude AI is to automate repetitive admin work for businesses. Now, if you don't believe me on this, there's actual science that backs this up, like real studies. MIT ran a massive study of hundreds of companies using AI, and 95% of the flashy AI projects flopped. And you know which ones actually made money? The boring back office automation stuff, the unsexy stuff. McKinsey ran the same study and found basically the same thing. Most AI integrations fail, but the ones that succeed are typically the boring, repetitive ones. And they say that there's billions in the boring, and that's what I have found time and time again. Whether it comes to the job you get, the side hustle you choose, the business you start, et cetera, there is so much money in just doing boring stuff that people don't want to do. So this is what companies have shown to be actually valuable. Just taking a repetitive process that they do over and over and over again and having AI automate it. So a good example of this is a guy named Nick Sarayev. He was on the pre-med track studying neuroscience, not exactly your typical tech founder. Then he taught himself these no-code automation tools in a matter of months. And instead of going to medical school, he started building automation systems for businesses, taking the boring, repetitive back office work off their plate. And he ran it as basically a one-man operation, and it scaled to around $72,000 a month. And I think he's actually blasted past that by now. One person, no big team, just systems quietly doing the work that used to take a whole room of people. All right, so here's how to start. Pick one painful, repetitive process from a business that you already know, a contractor's invoicing, a clinic's appointment reminders, a realtor's listing write-ups, et cetera, then build it once inside of a Claude project so it runs the same way every time, and then charge $500 to $2,000 a month retainer to run it and maintain it. Then start with people in your phone, not strangers. So here's a Claude prompt. I'm gonna go ahead and put it on the screen. You can literally take a screenshot, type it into Claude, fill in the blanks. Always tell it to interview you until it has enough context to give you a great answer. All right, way number 2 is to build and sell AI agent systems for businesses. So it's kind of like the robot org chart. Instead of one workflow, you build a whole team of AI agents that run an entire operation, and you're the manager. A sales agent, a research agent, an agent that processes documents. Each one does a job and they hand off to each other like real employees. Now, I'll be real with you, this one is more technical. It's not for everybody, but that's exactly why it pays so well. Most people can't do it. Picture it like an org chart, except every box is a piece of software instead of a salary. You sit at the top, the agents do the work underneath you. And the money here is real. That same MIT study that I talked about before, they found that startups that actually won the AI game did it by picking one painful process and building a system around it. Some went from $0 to $20 million in a single year doing exactly that. A good example of this is a guy named Liam Otley. He dropped out of university with basically zero AI knowledge. He started a company called Morningside AI, building these agent systems for businesses, a sales agent, a support agent, a research agent, the whole setup. He started small, selling simple chatbots for around $5,000. Then he leveled up to selling entire AI systems, deals worth $250,000 each. And today he's got a team of over 40 people building these systems for companies that can't build them themselves. So here's how to start. Don't try to automate a whole company on day one. Pick one workflow with clear steps. For instance, the leads come in, they get researched, emailed, and booked, and then build each step as its own Claude agent then chain them together, and then sell it as a done-for-you AI team on a $2,000 to $5,000 a month retainer, and then master one repeatable system before you sell the second. Okay, here's another one. Build AI customer support chatbots for businesses. So every business gets the same questions over and over again. Where are you located? What are your hours? Do you take my insurance? Can I get a refund? You build an AI chat agent that handles the repetitive 90%, then only passes the real high-value stuff to a human. So it's like a bouncer at the door. Most people get handled right there, and only the ones who actually need the manager get let through. So a good example of how powerful this is Klarna, the giant payment processing company, built an AI assistant that handled over 2/3 of all their customer chats. Millions of conversations a month, the work of hundreds of support agents. But one thing that's very important to note here is they did actually try to go fully AI, and it backfired on the complicated stuff. And they brought humans back for the hard cases, right? So there's a sweet spot there. AI handles the flood of easy questions. A human handles the few that actually matter. And that's an ongoing theme that I have seen over and over again. AI is an incredible tool, don't get me wrong, but there almost always needs to be a human being there to make sure everything's going right. Now here's how to start. Grab a business FAQ, their last 50 customer emails and their policies, feed it all to Claude so that it answers in the company's voice and knows when to say, let me get a human. Then deploy it on their website chat, charge a setup fee plus monthly retainer, and the recurring part is where the real money stacks. Now you might be thinking, well, Shane, all these are great, but how do I actually get the customers? Well, that's a great question. We're gonna go over that right now. And that is way number 4, which is to build your own personal brand on YouTube or other social media platforms. And this is because warm traffic is when people come to you because they already know, like, and trust you. And the number one way to build it in 2026 is content, specifically a YouTube channel. So most people chase traffic almost like a day laborer. They show up and they bust their ass every freaking day to get customers. And then the next day comes and they gotta start over all over again. Content is the opposite. It's like planting a tree that grows really fast, because you can actually get customers right away, but it keeps growing for years and years and years down the line, and it keeps dropping fruit for years. So a video you post today can still be pulling in customers 2 years from now while you sleep, or maybe even 10 years from now. In fact, I have a video where we landed a 6-figure client that was posted 6 years ago. And this is where Claude becomes a cheat code. It can find proven video ideas, write your scripts in your voice, and plan your whole content calendar. So a good example of this is a creator named Cheryl. She was stuck under 50 subscribers for years, putting out videos that just went nowhere. Then she fixed her packaging and her strategy, and she grew to over 9,000 subscribers, got monetized, and had multiple videos cross 100,000 views. Same person, same knowledge, but she just planted the right trees. And it works for anybody. Take my brother Zach. He's in his 50s and he is not tech savvy. And he started a channel from absolute scratch, 0 experience, 0 subscribers, and within 29 days, he had a single AdSense day worth $214. Literally, his very first video that he posted blew up, got over 800,000 views, and just last month he had his record month of over $18,000. Now, here's how to start. Pick one niche where you can help a specific person get a specific result. Then use Claude to find proven video ideas in that niche. Then have it write your first scripts in your voice, film on your phone, and then publish consistently. You are not chasing views, you're planting an asset that compounds. Now, the great thing about this one is it works in conjunction with literally any of the other ones on this list, and you can use Claude to do the majority of the heavy lifting with it. Now, if you're wondering what niche you should pick, because you could do these for almost any niche out there, almost any type of business, any industry or vertical. And if you're wondering exactly how to actually build a personal brand step by step, well, we actually have an AI that we made for that. Either find your niche if you don't have one, or dial in your existing niche if you do. And we'll be giving that away in our free training that we're doing this week. So click the link in the description and the pinned comment below to attend that. Do not miss out on it. It's gonna be awesome. All right, guys, quick break. This video is sponsored by me. I wanted to let you know that I'm going to be doing a live training this week where I'm going to be revealing the YouTube content advantage in 2026. It is a completely free training, no strings attached. In fact, I'm giving away even more bonuses at the training. Just as an example, I'm going to be giving away my niche validator. And this is going to be available for both Claude as well as ChatGPT, which is a super valuable piece of software where you can finally figure out what the best niche for you is. So do not miss out on this training. Make sure you sign up for it down in the description and the pinned comment below, because you only get it if you join the training. So if you don't join now, you might miss it. But that being said, in the workshop, you'll get to meet me. You'll get to ask me questions directly. So I look forward to meeting you. So click the link in the description, the pinned comment below. Make sure you put it on your calendar. And if for whatever reason you missed out on it, you weren't able to attend, make sure you still click that link, because we might be having workshops in the future as well, and you'll be the first to know about it. So yeah, hope to see you there. And now back to your regularly scheduled programming. All right, way number 5 is to run content as a service for other businesses. So this is very similar to the last one. You just do it for other businesses. And a great example of this is a writer named Nicholas Cole. Founders and CEOs kept asking him to write content for them in their voice. So he started a ghostwriting agency called Digital Press, and he was the crew, his clients were the stars. And he built content for founders, executives, even Olympic athletes and Grammy winners. And they got the spotlight, but he ran the whole machine behind the scenes. And in about 2 years, he scaled that agency to over $2 million a year with 80 plus clients. So here's how to start with this one. Pick one format that you can deliver on repeat. Typically, it's either a good idea to specialize in a single social media platform, or you can basically just tell them that you're gonna syndicate their existing content to all the other platforms. And then you want to charge a monthly retainer fee per client, land 2 or 3 clients, and you've got a real business before you ever show your own face, just in case you're too shy to do it on your own. All right, way number 6 is lead generation as a service. So now we're gonna be moving to cold traffic. So cold traffic is reaching people who've never heard of you. And one of the best AI plays here is lead generation. You find businesses qualified, warm leads, and hand them over to them. Most businesses are too busy serving the customers they have to go find new ones. So you come in with a list of warm prospects, the names, the emails, the phone numbers, and that is an easy yes. You're the fishing guide. The business is standing at the giant lake with no idea where the fish are. So you already know the exact spot, so they pay you to take them there. Now, a good example of this is a guy named Michael Lieben. He failed at 7 different businesses before this one. Then he started a lead gen agency called Cold IQ, and they find businesses qualified, warm prospects, and hand them a steady stream of leads. Then they use AI to research and build hyper-targeted lists, then deliver pipelines straight into the client's sales teams. And he grew that agency to around $6 to $7 million a year in about 3 years. So here's how to start. Pick one industry that you understand, using Claude to research and qualify prospects, pulling public info, scoring fit, and drafting the first personalized message. And then deliver a batch of warm qualified leads each month. And because of the fact that you're selling money, you can charge a premium and it's still a no-brainer for them. All right, way number 7 is gonna be AI cold outreach and ad creative as a service. So this is cold outreach and ads at scale. We're talking cold emails, cold DMs, ad creative, all written and personalized by AI, all running constantly. So old school cold outreach was a spear. One message, one prospect, mostly misses. AI turns it into a net that you can cast wide, except the net is small enough to personalize every single strand. Now, a good example of this is a guy named Eric Nowalowski. He stumbled into a sales job, got obsessed with cold outreach, and built a business around it. And he started an agency called Growth Engine X that runs cold outreach at massive scale. AI builds the list, AI personalizes every single message. We're talking millions of cold emails every month on behalf of his clients. The work of a huge sales team run by a small one. And he's served over 300 clients doing exactly this, casting a smart net wide enough to catch an entire market. Now here's how to start. Take a business's offer and ideal customer and use Claude to write a personalized outreach sequence and several ad variations. Then run it, watch what lands, double down on your winners, and then sell it as managed outreach on a monthly retainer plus a cut of the results so that you win when they win. Let's talk about way number 8. Add AI to a service that you already sell and charge more. So this is taking a service that you already sell and bolting AI into it so you deliver the results faster and better, which lets you raise your price and actually justify it. So think about a plane. The economy seat and the first class seat are on the same flight, landing at the same time. But first class costs 5 times more because the experience is better. AI lets you build the first class version of whatever you do. And a good example of this is the chess coach named Nathan. He was about to launch a low ticket offer that meant grinding 5 calls a week just to make $4,000 a month. Instead, he repositioned into a premium one-on-one $1,000 a month coaching offer. And now he's making a full-time income as a premium chess coach. And he didn't need to get more customers. He raised the value and changed his whole life. And you do not need a big audience to charge premium. A good example is Carla. She landed a contract worth $106,200 a year from a channel with just 1,400 subscribers. And it's because she wasn't selling cheap, she was selling the high value version. And by the way, both of these people are people in my community. But here's how to start. Look at what you already sell and then ask, where do clients get stuck or wait? Use Claude to remove that friction. Faster turnaround, a smarter onboarding, a personalized plan for every customer, then package it as a premium tier and raise the price. Same work, way more value, way bigger number. All right, way number 9 is to sell high value specialist AI services like cybersecurity, also known as the alarm system. So this is selling high value, extremely specialized AI services. And the cleanest example is AI powered security. As more businesses run on AI, the threats explode. Phishing, spoofed voices, data breaches, et cetera, So you can get paid to watch the door 24/7, and this is premium money because one breach can cost a company millions or even billions of dollars. Now, I think another example of this would just be anything that is very bureaucratic, right? So lots of different government related stuff as well, where there's a lot of checks and balances and you have to be really careful. And yeah, the money in this space is no joke. Good example is Nicole. She runs a channel in the GRC world, which is governance, risk, and compliance. And this is basically deep technical cybersecurity. And when she first came into my community, she had about 85 subscribers. She was about to give up on YouTube. And we helped her get to $80,000 in a single month. And it's not just individuals. There's huge companies doing this as well. For instance, there's a company called Abnormal. They built AI that watches a company's email and kills the attacks, the phishing, the fake wire requests, the breaches, before a human ever sees them. In about 5 years, they went from zero to over $200 million a year, and they're valued at over $5 billion. And that's how much businesses will pay to have someone watching the door. You build the alarm system and you sell it into a market that's clearly desperate for it. So here's how to start. You need real domain knowledge here, right? So you got to pick a specialized area that you already understand, or you're going to have to spend a lot of time to actually learn the specialized area. Then use Claude to monitor, flag, and explain threats in plain English to non-technical owners, if you go for cybersecurity, for instance. But you can actually specialize in certain types of cybersecurity or certain types of industries as well. Then sell enterprise-level contracts. This is insurance, so price it like insurance. High skill keeps competitors out and your rates up. All right, way number 10 is to build and sell your own AI tools or products. So this is kind of like a vending machine, right? Instead of selling your time, you build an AI tool or product once, and then you just sell over and over again. So a custom Claude skill, a simple app, a template pack, et cetera, et cetera. Selling your time is like standing behind a counter, handing items to one person at a time. A product is like a vending machine. It takes money and it delivers value while you sleep, on vacation, or anywhere. So a good example of this is a guy named Peter Levels. He's a solo developer who launched over 70 different projects, and almost all of them failed. Then he built a simple AI tool called Photo AI, where you upload some selfies and it generates professional photos of you. I'm sure we've all wanted that before, right? And he built it alone, and it runs basically on autopilot. And within 18 months, it was making over $100,000 a month with server costs of about $40 a month. One person, one tool, selling itself 24/7 while he sleeps. That's the vending machine. So here's how to start. The secret here is to find one annoying problem that people repeatedly will pay to solve. Then build the smallest possible tool that solves it with Claude. Even a well-designed project or skill counts. Then sell it. If people buy the rough version, then invest the income into making it bigger. Validate it first, build second, never the other way around. So way 11 is to use AI to deliver more and faster so that clients rebuy. And you can call this the fleet. So this is using AI to deliver more and deliver it faster so that clients are happy that they never leave and they keep rebuying. Better delivery is a money lever, and almost nobody treats it like one, except for the companies that are the absolute richest companies in the world. They don't focus nearly as much on marketing as they do on actually delivering a really good product. And I'd say that this is probably one of my secrets as well. The reason that I've done so well in this space is because our product freaking rocks, and we hire absolute rock stars to help people get results. So it's kind of the difference between one delivery van and a whole fleet. With AI, one person can suddenly fulfill the workload of an entire team overnight. And a good example of this is the global recruitment firm called PageGroup. Their consultants used to spend hours writing up job postings and ads by hand. It was slow, repetitive work that capped how many clients each person could serve, and they rolled out an AI to handle that writing and cut the time down by 75%. So now each consultant serves more clients, responds faster, and delivers better, which is exactly what makes clients stick around and keeps them coming back. So same team, but the AI just turned their one van into a fleet. So here's how to start. Map every step of how you currently deliver for clients, then find the slowest, most manual step and hand it to Claude. Reporting, first drafts, onboarding docs, follow-ups, SOPs, et cetera, then just deliver faster than anyone else in your space. Speed, efficiency, and consistency are why clients renew, and renewals are the cheapest money you'll ever make. All right, way number 12 is to turn your knowledge into a course, community, or membership. So you take your knowledge and you turn it into a course, community, or membership, and you use AI to scale the delivery so that it doesn't eat your life. And a one-off sale is a single personal training session, paid once, and then it's over. A membership is like the gym. They pay you every single month, whether they show up or not. So a good example of this is the publisher named Sean. When he started in our community, he was doing about $30,000 a month. He systematized his offer, his delivery, and with our help on YouTube, he got all the way up to $500,000 in a single month. Now, another good example is Dr. Clifford Stumey. He has a channel that helps people graduate college faster and save a ton of money doing it. And he makes 6 figures a year, and his YouTube channel is the engine that feeds the entire business. The brand and the business are inseparable. So here's how to start. Take the result that you help people get and package it into a course or a community with a monthly fee. Then use Claude to build a curriculum, answer common member questions, and personalize your experience at scale. Even a small membership that renews beats a big one-time launch, and you don't have to recreate it every month. Now, the platform we like to use is School. I think I have an affiliate link for them, but I probably won't remember to put in the description, but you can just type it in. It's SKOOL. But here's the secret that ties all of this video together, because every one of these 12 gets dramatically easier if you have one thing, and that is a personal brand, and specifically a personal brand on YouTube. Think about it. When people find you on YouTube first, they already know you, like you, and trust you before you ever pitch them. You get on a sales call and they've already got the credit card out. They join your thing, ready to win. Every step in the whole process gets easier, and this is the oldest play in the book. In every gold rush in history, the people who actually got rich weren't the miners. Most of them were broke. It was the people selling the picks and the shovels, and even more, the people telling the story of the gold rush. And this is not uncommon. Basically, every big thing that's ever happened in history is just like this. For instance, when vehicles first came out, they were a revolutionary technology, but they actually weren't all that useful. Then when computers came out, again, revolutionary technology, wasn't all that useful at first. Lots of companies were overhyped and overvalued, and people lost money. Same thing with the internet. That one even has a name, the dot-com boom or the dot-com bubble. Of course, the internet was a massive world-changing technology, but a lot of the companies weren't that great. Same thing with social media, et cetera, et cetera. So what you can do is you can make an asymmetric bet, because all of the websites that popped up when the internet first came out that were talking about these companies and maybe even promoting some of the companies, all those websites are worth millions, if not tens of millions, or even hundreds of millions of dollars now. But a lot of the companies themselves actually went bankrupt. So your asymmetric bet is, even if you're trying to start a business, if you win, you win. But if you lose, you still win, because you're starting a YouTube personal brand, and just on its own, that could make you tens of millions of dollars. So I've shown tons of examples of different people that have done this. For instance, my own brother did this. I literally just picked somebody in my family who's in their 50s, not tech savvy, never made a video in their life, not particularly charismatic or artistic, and I blew their YouTube channel up in less than 1 month. Went from zero to a full-time income in less than 1 month, and he wrote every single one of his scripts with Claude, and Claude did nearly all of the heavy lifting for him. So he literally went from zero to $214 a day in less than 1 month, and just last month, he had an $18,000 month. And it was all made possible because of Claude and our content systems. So if you wanna learn how to do that, like I said before, go ahead and click the link in the description in the pinned comment below to attend the live training. And I'll be giving away the Niche Validator AI as well to help you pick your niche or dial in your existing niche, a step-by-step guide to get started, and I'll answer any question that you have at the end. And I know that 99% of you out there are just gonna enjoy all this free stuff that I give to you. I'm like freaking Santa Claus over here, giving out free stuff all the time. Present for you, present for you, present for you. And I don't mind that, right? I wanna give 100 times more value than I receive. But there's 1% of you out there, maybe 0.1% of you out there, that are gonna want one-on-one mentorship. Or you're gonna want us to just literally do the work for you. But we can only work with a limited amount of people. Right now, we're only accepting 3 to 5 people. But if that sounds like you, go ahead and click the link in the description in the pinned comment below, but only apply if you're very serious and you wanna start right away. We have less than an 18% acceptance rate. We're very picky about who we work with, because we only wanna work with people that we know we can get results for. Now, the types of people we typically work with are gonna be business owners, both online and in person. Typically, the types of business owners that get clients, although we do work with some types of people who sell digital products or software. Also, YouTubers who are getting a lot of views but struggling with monetization. YouTubers who are crushing it but they want to crush it harder. Or people who are experts in whatever area that they're in, and they want to give value to the rest of the world by making educational content on YouTube with their personal brand and establish themselves as an authority. So if that sounds like you, click that link in the description in the pinned comment below to book a call. And if not, check out this video right here of exactly how we help Zach go from zero to a full-time income in less than 1 month.